feel like turning 30 has always felt exciting to me. Good morning. So we are about to go on a trail run. Haven't been really going out on runs for the past couple of days and I need to get back into my routine. We finally got our move like mostly figured out, but I feel like I have a lot of anxiety when it comes to moving to new places and like getting readjusted, and I can't really run in the neighborhood that I live in now. So I'm gonna be making a lot of adjustments to how I run and where I run and my schedule in general. But I do think that it's really important for me to make sure that I'm prioritizing running, even if I can't do it exactly the way that I like to or the way that's typical for me. I do live really close to some really good trails, so in order to keep myself running and to keep myself motivated, I'm taking myself on trail runs as often as I can starting now. I just get so overwhelmed when I move to new places, and like even with small things that change in my life sometimes, and I don't really know how to manage it except to just move through it. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm like, you know what, I know this is going to be stressful, I know this is going to be a little bit of an adjustment, but in order to make it work and in order to stay consistent with my goals, I have to just go out and find a place that works and then just stay there. I should also say hi, if you're new here, I'm Becca. I am in the middle of doing a 100 days of summer fitness challenge where I'm trying to get my fittest by my 30th birthday, and last week was not the best week because I was moving pretty much the whole week. I didn't get to post or really do much that week, but I'm getting back on track and I'm figuring it out. Because one of my goals for this 100 days of summer fitness challenge is to run 30 miles on my 30th birthday, I'm trying to prioritize running as much as I can and just making sure I'm staying on track with my schedule and with my training. So trail running is going to be on the schedule this summer. And you know what? I said that in a couple videos ago that I wanted to get back into trail running consistently. So really this is a blessing. Like I'm now forced to get back into trail running. So this is a really good thing. And even though I'm stressed about it because I am not great at managing when it comes to change, I know that I'll figure it out and I know that I'll get where I want to be. So let's get into this video. Welcome to today's vlog. We're gonna get started on this run and then we're gonna have a nice couple days together. As someone who did not grow up very active and spent most of my life overweight, as I'm getting older, I am really trying to prioritize fitness and movement in a way that I really love. And I've learned that I really just like being outside. So running is something that's really fun for me, going on long walks, going on hikes. And as I'm going into my 30s, I want to make these things feel accessible for me. I'm not in the habit of forcing myself to do things that I don't want to do. So making sure that I just get outside is my #1 priority. So I just finished. I did pretty good, just over 40 minutes, which is a little bit higher than what I like, but it's understandable considering how everything has gone the past few days with the move and me not being able to run, but I feel really good. And honestly, this is the reason that I like trail running, because when do you ever get to see this after a road run? So that run was so good. I feel like I haven't had a good run in a couple of weeks and I'm so excited to just get back into my routine. I really want like the next couple of weeks or the next like 2-3 months to feel like I'm setting myself up for my 30s. And I don't know, I feel like turning 30 has always felt exciting to me. I know a lot of people have this idea that like getting older and like going into your 30s is like the end of your life, but I feel like going into my 30s is like the beginning of my life. Like I feel like I'm going to really start living more when I'm in my 30s. So I'm trying my best to set myself up for success and to really just make sure that I'm, you know, living the life that I want to live when I'm in my 30s. But I am doing my little skincare routine right now. You guys already know the usuals. Face milk. I actually just started using this retinol eye cream, and as always, sunscreen on my face. I'm doing a peel off lip stain. I'm gonna use this lip liner. This is the Sephora Bad Apple liner, and then I'm gonna use some gloss. Cute. But yeah, I think going back to school at this time in my life has been the scariest thing that I've done, because it's just a weird experience, and I was honestly really concerned about being able to manage my time and manage everything else that I had going on going back to school, because like I've said before, it's like going back to school as an adult is so different than going as a teenager because like I have a car bill, I have to pay my rent, I have to get groceries, I have so many other things that I have going on, and it's not just like, oh, I'm just in college, you know? Like I'm trying to take care of my health, which takes so much time. And even though it's been scary and it's been really stressful, it's probably been the most rewarding thing that I've ever done. And I'm so, so proud to have gone back to school and excited for this next semester. Like, I'm grateful that I'm able to take the summer off so that I can chill. And I am still trying to keep up with like everything that I've been learning. I'm still making a lot of art. I haven't been able to show you guys because I've been just busy with everything going on with the move. But next week, we're going to get back into the ceramic studio, trying to get back into my runs. But in a way, I'm kind of like pretending that I'm at summer camp right now and just acting like I'm teaching myself like a bunch of different things because there are things from school that I want to remember for the semester I have coming up. So I'm really, really excited to just use this summer to move in, to get really fit and get in shape, and to just keep my education just at the top of my mind, even when things are a little bit stressful, because I feel like when I have the structure of like pretending like I'm still in school, even though I'm not right now, it helps me to get everything that I need to get done instead of just like rotting on the couch. And because you guys know that I love, love, love higher education and talking about higher education at any age, at any time, even with a busy schedule, I'm so excited to be partnering again with National University to share a resource that helps make your education dreams become more achievable. National University is an accredited nonprofit university that offers flexible 4 and 8 week online courses. And they're designed for people who are juggling a lot of different things in their life, which is one of the reasons that I love them, because I love online classes. I've said it once and I'll say it again. I think that when you're busy and you have a lot going on, online classes are so, so useful because they're flexible. You can take your time. You can go at kind of your own pace depending on how you're doing it. And I think that that's really important for anybody that's considering going back to school. When you have a really busy life, when you have a family, when you have a lot going on, online classes are amazing. And one of my favorite things about National University is that they confer more graduate degrees to diverse students than any university in the United States, with over 50% being women, and we love that. You can click the link in my description to learn more about National University and their scholarship opportunities. And again, I love sharing these types of resources. I think they're so, so important. And if going back to school is something that is really inspirational to you or something that you really have been wanting to do for a long time, I think that this is a really great option. And thank you so much to National University for sponsoring this week's video and letting me share these resources with you guys. This is it. We're leaving. Say bye. I feel like now you guys can see how small this apartment actually was. This is where the island was, and that was the couch, and that was like the whole space, and then the loft was up here. But yeah, so we're leaving and this is it. And again, I really can't believe that we fit the amount of stuff that we did into this place, because now that we're unpacking everything and putting it in the new apartment, I'm like, where was everything? Because we lived in a house before this, like a couple years ago, so we had a lot, like we had enough things to fill a house basically, and we downsized a couple of times. But I just can't believe that this is the end of our artist lab girl dreams. So yeah, let's go get the stuff for the beet juice. One of the other really big things that I'm prioritizing going into my 30s is cooking and eating most of my food at home. A lot of you guys know that I went through a pretty big weight loss journey, and during that journey I learned how to cook, so I spent most of my life kind of just eating whatever was convenient, and as the American diet goes, that's kind of just what I was used to. But teaching myself how to cook has been so rewarding, but it also taught me what I was putting into my body, which I think is so important regardless of your age and regardless of what you're going through in your life. We should all know what we're putting into our bodies, and the system that we live in doesn't really allow us to know all the time, or it just makes things so convenient that we overlook it because we all live pretty busy lives. That's one of the reasons that my weight loss journey I think was the most impactful for me, because it really showed me what I was putting into my body and why I wasn't feeling good most of the time. And even though I did go plant-based more for the animals, eating more fiber and just making sure that I was eating nutritious foods really changed how I feel in my body at all times. And that's something that I really, really love to prioritize. And now that I'm going into my 30s, something that I want to prioritize even more. Okay, so the beet juice is done. I haven't tried it yet. I like my beet juice super, super cold, so I'm gonna put it in the fridge. And it's getting a little late, so I might even just save these because it's Tuesday, so then I'll have one Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, which I feel like is nice, but they look really, really good, and they look super similar to the one that I used to get at Whole Foods. And really, this was so much cheaper. I always forget that, especially places like Whole Foods, they charge us so much more, and you could just buy the ingredients and make it yourself, and it still tastes good, and it's so much cheaper. And two, like, I'm making it myself. I've had this juicer for a long time, and I always want to use it for something. So I'm very excited. Now that we have the space again, I am gonna be juicing all the time and making my own beet juice and all kinds of juices. But this looks so good. I am so excited to try this, and I really, really am hoping that it tastes the same. But like I said, I want it to be super cold. So let's just fast forward to tomorrow when I actually try this.
I just finished, and that was so hard. It's so humid out, and the weather in Jersey has been terrible, so I haven't really been able to adjust to any specific temperature, like humidity, but I did really good. I did a lot better than yesterday, and that's why I always say that, like, sometimes you're gonna feel slow, and sometimes you're gonna feel fast. And even though this run sucked, I did really good.
I really need to eat something really quick, so I'm going to make mushroom toast, which I wish I put on the last video because this is what I eat in a day, but it's so good, it's very simple, and it's one of my favorite things to eat right now, so I'm gonna make that really quick. And I'm finally trying the beet juice from yesterday. It's really good. I think it needs a little bit more orange, so. But a lot closer than what I made before, because the beet juice I made before was not correct. We're gonna use oyster mushrooms today for our mushroom toast. And this recipe is super simple. I just toast my bread, and then I do the mushrooms at the same time, and this Mykonos cheese spread. Okay, we're done. I'm really, really excited to try this. I have been craving mushroom toast for like 2 weeks now. I topped this with some of the chili onion crunch from Trader Joe's and some vegan ranch dressing, which it's good. It's okay. It's not the best. Like, it doesn't taste like ranch per se. It tastes like something, you know, but not ranch. I've been really into making like different kinds of toast lately because it's just so good. I'm pairing this with a LaCroix, but let's take the first bite. This is so good. So oyster mushrooms absorb a lot of flavor, and that's one of the reasons I love cooking with them, because you really don't need to do a lot. And this is just so good, and it's so easy. Like, to me, this is like a step above avocado toast, you know what I mean? Because it's so rich. Like, if I got this at a restaurant, I would be so excited and so happy. But we need to get back to doing the room, so I'm gonna finish this, and then we're gonna go put the curtains up.
I don't think any of you guys know this, but I used to be an airplane mechanic, so I actually know how to use tools pretty well, which is why this move-in process has actually been really, really easy for me and almost fun. It made me wonder if I want to get back into some kind of mechanic's job, but I'm just an artist and I'm happy to stay like that. I spent the rest of this day watching Love Island and eating a cookie, and the next day was my double workout day, so I started with a walk and then I had a really long run on the schedule. One of the reasons that I decided to start walking consistently was for my weight loss journey, and it was because I was like 27 when I decided to start my weight loss journey, and I knew it would take a long time because I'm pretty short and I was over 200 pounds, but I also had so many habits that I had to unlearn, so I just took it one step at a time, and that literally translated into me walking pretty much every day. And still to this day, it's my favorite form of movement. I love running because it pushes me, but I love walking because it makes me feel really present and mindful and kind of keeps me grounded throughout my day. At the time when I started my weight loss journey, I had tried to lose weight for years and I had never had any success. So this was a really, really important thing for me to do, was just to ease into something that was sustainable and something that was doable for me. And even to this day, I'm so grateful that I was patient with myself and gave myself the opportunity to slow down so that I could make changes that would last for the rest of my life.
One thing that I really missed when I first went plant-based was like a really good beach sandwich. But now there are so many really good plant-based like deli meat options. And honestly, the ones that we've been trying lately have been pretty good. And I'm excited. I'm gonna be making sandwiches all summer. The couch is here. I just got home from my run, so I'm gonna take a shower, but I am going to take this apart and set it up, and I cannot wait. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. I thought this was gonna be a lot easier to unravel, so I'm gonna take the plastic off, and then we're gonna come back when we're starting to assemble. I am already in love with this new couch. It looks so gorgeous with our separator and with the green curtains that we have going on in here. I got a lamp that we need to put in this corner back here because there's no lighting in here. And we are also planning on doing like a little cozy corner nook, which I think because this fabric is a little bit darker than I was expecting, we'll probably do a white chair or like a really, really light colored chair to go in the corner with the lamp as well. But I am so excited. We haven't had an actual couch in a very long time. The couch that we had out here, that wicker one, was actually a patio furniture chair that we bought from like a Rooms to Go or something when we were in Texas. So I am really, really excited to live in this and to finally have something that is colorful and vibrant. And yeah, I'm just really excited. But now that we're done with this, we do have other things on the to-do list for today. So let's get started. We've had a very productive day. We got the couch in and done. We picked up some flowers and they are all around the house. And I made this bowl for dinner. If you watched my last video, which was, I believe, my what I eat in a week or what I eat in a day or something like that, I made something really similar to this, and this was the meal that I was talking about that's very versatile. So I just use whatever ingredients that I have to make it. But the base is basically beans, vegetables, and then a vegan meat, and that's it. And then I just cook it on the stove and whatever I had. Today I had zucchini, so I put that in there. I didn't have my regular giganta beans, so I used some black beans, and then I also added some tomatoes, my tofu, and yeah, this, I already took a bite and it's so good. But we're gonna catch up on Love Island, so I think I will see you guys tomorrow.
One of our friends was doing a skateboarding competition in Central Park, so we took the ferry over to New York, and I didn't realize that I've lived in Jersey my entire life, and I never realized how big Central Park is. So we decided to walk around a little bit, and I was so amazed at the beauty. I think I've only been to certain areas depending on what I was in the city for, but we walked through basically the whole park today. Honestly, we probably didn't even get through the whole thing, but it was so gorgeous. I know that I'm a Jersey girl for life, but this just made me realize why some people stay in the city, because it was just such a beautiful day and it just made you feel so alive. Heading into this next really big chapter of my life has me prioritizing doing things that make me feel lively and that just make me feel awake all the time, and getting outside and doing things that are spontaneous or would make me feel that way. I've been meditating a lot more recently, and I've realized that when you do things that are kind of spontaneous or random or out of your ordinary routine, it kind of makes you present. It forces you to be in the moment, and that's something that I really have been enjoying, and something that through meditation I realize I can have at any time. Even if I'm not doing something new or something random, I can always have this zhuzh for life and this excitement for life. We're not always going to have ideal circumstances to feel good and to have joyous moments, but I think that we can cultivate that within ourselves on a daily basis through practice and gratitude and gratefulness for the life that we do have. The overarching theme that I want to bring into my 30s with me is just to give as much love and kindness to myself and those around me as I can. So that means taking care of them, taking care of my body, taking care of my spirit and my energy as much as I can, so that I can continue to be a pillar for those who need it from me. And yeah, I'm really grateful that you watched this video all the way to the end. If you did, this is it for this week's vlog. Thank you so much for joining me on another video, and I will see you guys next week for a new one. Bye!